Well, hello there. I just wanted to talk about the Real Madrid game I watched. I didn't make a video on it. I haven't been posting on this channel for a while now, which is unfortunate, but I wanted to make a video and just talk about the games. We have won the Liga, and it was unfortunate that I wasn't able to make videos on our wins and our game against City. I did make a video and I'm going to post that video as well, but I need to make a follow-up one because we qualified and all in the final now. So yeah, a lot has happened recently, but yeah, I want to talk about the Bayern game first. And like watching that game, it was brilliant. Talk about like it was just end to end really, because in the first leg, I watched the first leg. In the first leg, Bayern were really penetrating our defense. They were doing well, and they were playing good, but they weren't really penetrating our defense. And then Thomas Tuchel switched. Who did he switch? Zane from the left wing to the right wing, and Musiala from the right wing to the left wing. And then they won the penalty. Musiala scored. Zane scored in halftime and all. And like this is not a video to break down the game because the time to do that has already passed. But watching that game, it was genuinely brilliant because it was end to end and like it was open for the spectator. Brilliant game. For the fans, not really, not quite so, because it just felt like we had the chances, but we didn't take them. And like, obviously they had the upper hand, but really, the game was quite open. But I was like, if we take this, I wanted us to win. I said, if we take this to the Santiago Bernabeu, we could definitely beat them. And would you look at that? That's exactly what happened. And I watched the game. It was brilliant. Honestly, it's such a lovely game. Like, in the first half, we had so many chances. Rodrigo had, oh my God. Rodrigo had like 3 or 4 chances. He should have scored. We should have been 2 or 3-0 up in the first half, because Rodrigo had the chances to finish off that game, but he didn't. Because I remember the ball that was squared right in front of him, and he couldn't get his leg to that ball. And I was like, oh man, this is going to come back to bite us. And like, there were other chances, like Vinicius' chance where he struck like across the post. So Neuer made like a brilliant save, and then Rodrigo was there to follow it up, but he didn't score. And I was like, oh, again. And there were just a barrage of chances that I was just like, this is going to come back to bite us. But I always believed that we could make it through, and in the end, we did. But it was nervy. It definitely was nervy. Bayern came to Santiago Bernabeu and counted. And what a goal from Alphonso Davies. What a goal. What a goal to score against the club that you were rumored to go to. It was genuinely brilliant. Because like, you would know, he's so one-footed. He's so left-footed. He's like Anthony. It's like Anthony, he's so one-footed, but then he just cuts in. He is a winger. He was supposed to replace Iron Robben at Bayern, and then he was pushed backwards, and he had to play left back, and he stayed there ever since. Thomas Tuchel took off Gnabry, because Gnabry got injured, and Alphonso came on. I thought someone else would come on. No, Alphonso, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, okay, let's see. I didn't really think he would affect the game as much as he did. But I thought he could definitely gave Carvalho a hard time. And if you look at the game again, you see where Carvalho is when he scored the goal. It was just a through ball to Alfonso's long ball, I think, from Kane. And he just hit it over the top. And Rudiger's strutting there. I was like, get closer, get closer. But I understood why he's staying back a bit, because Alfonso is faster. And Alfonso could beat him with skills and all that. And he was just strutting. And then all of a sudden, no one was expecting that. Was expecting Alfonso to just cut in and bend it with his right foot. I was genuinely brilliant. What a goal. Even I was like, okay, fair enough. But then it started getting nervy, because I think it was around the 76th minute, something like that. And then we equalized. That game was annoying. Because like, Nacho scored that goal. Kimmich was the one putting his hands on him. Now, I'm not saying Nacho didn't put his hands back on Kimmich. He did. But Kimmich was the one who instigated it. And then they didn't give us the goal. If that game ended with Bayern winning that would have been an absolute travesty. Because like, how does that happen? But luckily we are Real Madrid. And we made it through. But I was sadly, Vinicius, by the way, Jesus Christ. What a player. What a player. Vinicius is genuinely world class. All these people saying all this stuff about Saka and Foden and all that. Vinicius is the benchmark for every winger in the world. Like, Vinicius is inching ever so closely to Mbappe's level. Some would say he's there already. I wouldn't say that. I think Mbappe is better than him. But I certainly believe, he's close. He's close. He could definitely get there. But like, Vinicius taking up in the first half, Vinicius, when he got the ball, he tried to beat Lima, tried to beat De Ligt. He wasn't able to try to even beat Kimmich. He wasn't able to. I think he was weighing up the game. He was like, okay, I'm feeling his way into it. And then in the second half, as soon as he beat Kimmich once, it was over. Kimmich was getting smoked. He was getting cooked. In the second half, he dribbled past him maybe like 6 times. 5 or 6 times individually, just running at him with pace, with directness, everything. And he was like, ding, 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 bang, bang, da, da, ding, 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 bang, bang. I just felt bad for Kimmich. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, he's getting smoked. And no one was helping him. And it was Vinicius' shot, because even Vinicius only beat him and then ran on the inside and tried to smack the ball like he did against Girona, I think. Was it Girona? No, not Girona. You know the goal he scored against Shakhtar Donetsk in like 2021 or 2022? That goal that he just cut in and just put his foot through it. He just hit him on the low and it went up. That kind of shot. That was the type of shot he took. Beautiful goal. It would have been a beautiful goal if he scored it. But Neuer was amazing that game. Like, Neuer was incredible. He made a mistake, fair enough, and you don't normally see Neuer make those types of mistakes, but he was amazing on the day. So many shots, so many saves. We could have been like 3-0 up. He saved them until the end. And like, people were like, oh, Neuer, yeah. If you watch the game, you would appreciate what Neuer did. Because Neuer was unbelievable in that game. He wrote back the years. It just shows like quality just never leaves. It's just form. And he's been injured for the majority of the season for Bayern. That's why they had Kobo. That's why they had Summer the previous season. He's been injured for a long time. but him coming back into it, Neuer is amazing, man. Amazing. Ultimately, Zane wasn't the scary, scintillating winger he was in the first leg, where he just took the ball and just hit it against Lunin. And Lunin couldn't do anything about that. I wouldn't even put that goal I wouldn't put that goal against Lunin. Now it's like, what a goal. He just hit it with so much power. He wasn't that player in the second leg. He was losing the ball. It was just, I felt bad for Bayern fans because I was like, you see one Zane 1 week, then you see another the next week, and it's just like, what do? You know, he was really poor in that game. Musiala, he didn't step up. People were disrespecting Bellingham, saying he went missing. Musiala went missing. It doesn't change the brilliant winger that he is. He obviously still needs to work on his end product and all those things, but he won the penalty for Bayern in the first leg. And like, what else could you really do? Because like, he was amazing. Vinicius also in the first leg, absolutely skinning Kim Min-jae. Why did I say skin Min-jae? Kim Min-jae. For the first goal, he Cruz, that beautiful Cruz, by the way, in the 2 matches. Jesus Christ. Cruz was incredible. The control, everything. He just had it on lock and no one could do anything about it. It was genuinely amazing. He just runs the game like he's walking. That's how Cruz has always played. And that's how he continues to play. It was just amazing. But Cruz finding Vinicius, beautiful pass into space. Kim Min-jae trying to be over-eager. Even Thomas Tuchel said it in the post-match press conference. It was like he was over-eager. And that's why he got tied to Vinicius. But once Vinicius saw that ball, he just made the run, that darting run. And when Vinicius gets going, no one's catching him. He is blistering quick. And no one did catch him. Kim Min-jae couldn't. And just played the ball. Vinicius just got there, buried it. The bottom right-hand corner. Lovely goal. Beautiful goal, man. And then the penalty that we scored in the first leg, it was Rodrigo winning the penalty, but beautiful piece of skill from Vinicius. Vinicius throughout this entire knockout round, the entire like quarterfinals, semifinals, Vinicius has been incredible. And he's just set his name right up there in the top echelon of football now. He's one of those people you look to and you're like, he's the one taking us to the next generation. He's the one. He's one of them. He is. Vinicius has been amazing. Honestly. People disrespect him and people try to clown on him, but it doesn't change the brilliant player that he is. He was amazing, man. And then the second leg, he was just balling out, skill and everything, beating Kimmich, beating different people, going past everyone. He was incredible. And the shot he just hit, and then Neuer obviously spilled it. Orseli came on, Orseli scored the goal. He just tapped it in. Oh my God. We were jubilating. We were like, oh my God. Oh my God. Amazing goal. Amazing goal. And like, soon after, we just scored the winning goal. I was like, oh my God. This is what we do. This is Real Madrid. This is genuinely Real Madrid. Vinicius was there. I don't know what Rudiger was doing up top. We just wandered forward and just squared it into Orseli's path. What a goal. Not the goal. The goal was a fairly simple goal. What a game, I mean. Like, people were like, oh, Real Madrid are gonna get that. Shut up. Oh man, I love that. I was celebrating. I was jumping and everything. What a game of football. It was lovely to watch. And then we won it. And people were trying to be like, the referee, he gave extra time for, I don't know how many minutes, 5 minutes. Then he was like, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. I think it was 9 minutes. Then he said extra 2 minutes. And then they played for like another 7 minutes. I was like, what is this? Time wasn't wasted in the game. If anything, Bayern were the ones wasting time. They were going down when they were leading in the match. They were going down. Pavlovic was alright. But I remember him going down. I remember Kimmich going down. And when we were leading, we weren't really going down. The only time we went down was once or twice. And there were some times where we just took a bit of time on the ball. But they were the ones wasting time. And then they gave 9 minutes, and then they gave another like 7 minutes or something. It was ridiculous. Imagine if Bayern scored. And then Bayern, they scored that goal. They let score that goal, and everyone was like, robbery. For anyone that is saying that, you did not watch the game. He was offside. I think Muller was offside. Someone was offside in the build-up. The person that was receiving the ball and passed it to Delep. And Rudiger and, who else was playing that back line? Was he at the Militao? I think so. Rudiger and at the Militao, was it Nacho? I think it was Nacho. Yeah. They stopped playing. And even Lunin stopped playing. He wasn't moving. So like, for them to act like they got robbed, what are you talking about? Did you not see the run of play? The flag went up, and I will agree with that. That was the wrong decision, because that should have been let go to get to VAR, and they couldn't review it after the flag was raised and all. But for them to act like it was a robbery, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. Because like, it just didn't make sense. Even the referee, blowing his whistle and everything and calling the foul because of the linesman, people were just trying to take away from our win. It just felt wrong. It felt ridiculous because we won that game fair and square. And for people to act like we didn't was genuinely annoying to me, because I was like, that makes absolutely no sense. But that's just how football is, isn't it? So yeah, the game was such a lovely game. Between both ties, we were obviously the better team. I heard Paul Scholes saying Bayern were the better side over the two legs. I don't know. I don't think he knew what he was talking about, because anyone that watched that game with their eyes, I don't know what else you would watch a game with, but anyone that watched that game with their eyes would know we were the better team and we deserved to go through. And we did. And we won that game fair and square. That's what Real Madrid do. Everyone's like, this is fake. It's fake. Because we always find a way to win. This is Real Madrid. This is what we've always done. It's what we always will do. And like, it's just heritage. We're going into the final. We're going against Borussia Dortmund, and we shouldn't underrate them, because they have been a good side at times. They've played really good football, even though they've been poor in the Bundesliga, and Bayern Leverkusen just been amazing, winning it unbeaten the entire season, and Borussia Dortmund are fifth. But I think we'll win. I do believe in us, and I believe in the talent we have and the experience we have. And like, I think it's going to be 15. Hopefully the celebrations they'll come back to bite us in the backside, because like, we were ranked 15th Champions League after we won the game against Bayern. But I do think we'll win it. But yeah, that was basically me talking about the game between Real Madrid and Bayern. and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't, oh well. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video.